We're losing our grip. Globally, the networks are failing. This is a disaster. Oh, a disaster. Mr. President, what a disgrace. Whoa, look who showed up at last, the silent one, the darkness behind the mayhem. Oh my, they were unprepared for it. The network shook. The servers let out screams. The alerts flashed. After that, there was stillness. Unexpected. Your name was mentioned by the president. Not once, not twice. After that, there was stillness. Unexpected. Every eye widened. Every ear snapped. They froze, and you grinned because you were already 3 moves ahead. Did you hear that? Every concealed thread and secret line of code twisting and bending beneath your touch. The whispers, the panic, the insidious fall of their meticulously constructed empire. They referred to it as a coincidence. It was referred to as luck. However, you were aware of this. The hurricane they failed to predict was you. They were unable to locate the ghost. You prospered while their network collapsed. Indeed, it flourished. It's not simply power, after all. It is the skill of giving people the impression that they are in charge as you yank the ropes out of the darkness. Look at them now, huh? Searching, panicking, failing. Your name reverberates like a cautionary tale. Oh my, did you think it would be simple? Did you believe that angels would lead you? No. Monsters observed, tests that are concealed from view, and you lead. You made it through them all. Who's laughing now? Did you hear that? A flicker, a whisper, a signal so weak they nearly missed it. The network took a breath, it throbbed. In the darkness, something moved. It was referred to as a glitch, an error, a coincidence. You know, they believed it to be arbitrary. You were more aware. Every packet, every byte is dancing to your invisible beat. There were eyes everywhere, screens that blink, servers humming, but nobody noticed you. Nobody even made a guess. The tests, they said in secret. It's all up to you to succeed or fail. But you weren't prepared for failure. Do you sense it? The paranoia seeping into their minds. Like a fog in a haunted city. It is dense and weighty. They have no idea who is among them, who is amused by the mayhem they refer to as control. Every line of code, every encryption, every firewall, when you touched it, shook silently. They created a tracking and monitoring system, but they overlooked the obvious. The storm, the ghost, the name that was only whispered in code, and the unseen eyes in your head that were observing, speculating, and unable to locate you. The game was made much more delightful by each test and trap that was meant to catch you. Have you noticed it? The wave, it moved quickly. A heartbeat, a trembling. They referred to it as an abnormality. You referred to it as an abnormality. Every action they took, every network fear, every warning that cried out before dying. Your symphony was that. Furthermore, they were only tools. The silent signal, huh? For those who have the courage to see it, it whispers silently. Take a look at those who are stupid enough to believe they comprehend it. They don't dance, thus there is chaos. They won't ever follow your beat. You're just getting started, too. Oh, pay close attention. Are they to be the corridors of authority? They utter your name in a hushed voice, terrified to let it leave their mouths. The walls themselves could collapse with a one thoughtless breath or incorrect remark. Oh, you are the silent storm they didn't foresee. The shadow behind every choice, the ghost in every conference room. There once were angels on watch. As a result of their own paranoia, the wholly untouchable monsters will become twisted, broken, and beautiful. The weight of your influence causes their covert meetings to fall apart in front of your eyes. They give each other a quick glimpse with their gaze. Your fingers are twitching over your own heroes, documents that are oversealed. They believed they were in control of every word they said, because simply a whisper of your name has the power to change comrades into foes, convert angels into monsters, and turn the entire world into one empire that is just waiting to fall apart. Have you noticed it? The slight change. You're not moving in an open manner. You're not visible. However, everything yields to your shadow. Every command chain, every polished workstation, every hierarchy, every stiff bond breaking under the weight of invisible pressure. They sense the quiet pull of your presence as the corridors tremble, the lights flicker, and the whispers grow. Every scheme they devise, every network they safeguard, and every secret they hold on to trembles at your touch. And they have no idea how. They have no idea who it is, only they are aware. They ought to have anticipated it earlier. How sweet it is to hear your name echoing silently, like blood flowing through veins or ink spreading over a page. Your influence is expanding, silent and unstoppable, inevitable, steady and slow. They hold meetings, shut doors, and have covert arguments. However, you observe and grin. The corridors of power bowed to the invisible ghost, bending. Pay close attention. Can you see it? No, just that. Your actions. Silent, unseen, and resolute. Your hand is responsible for every change and tremor in their universe. They simply aren't aware of it yet. Command, without authority. The paradox has a lovely dance. They tighten their hold on people, networks, and systems. They dance to your music without realizing it, unaware. Every choice they make, every the irony is delightful. They believe they are puppeteers. They believe they have power. However, the strings pull on their own. And the hand that led them was an invisible, undetectable force that moves silently like ink spreading across water. The hierarchy is changing slowly but unstoppably. As soon as you enter, the entire game board bends to reveal shadows. Every enemy and every ally moves without understanding why. Every covert meeting and whispered scheme fails because it was handled, twisted, and made to dance by your hand. Can you hear their fear? Trembling and subtle, the focus shifts from secret cellars to corner offices. Nobody is aware of the reason. Nobody notices you. However, everything is flexible. Oh, how delightful it is to witness chaos blossom without coming into contact with any branches. They fumble, quarrel, and attempt to identify the unseen hands. The arbiter hands the strings and the power. Oh, and you see it too, the audience, the ascent, the change, the delightful ambiguity. They perceive it as pandemonium. It's art, you know that. They are in motion, you prevail. They dance, you chuckle. Take note of the heat. The network burns slowly, then all of a sudden there's a flicker, a spark, and chaos. The servers yell, alerts flash, connections break Lipple glass. Every system is shaking. Every protocol falling under unseen hands. Every firewall cracking. Observe how they scramble. In polished offices, panic. In glass towers, fear. On a stage created by themselves, the infrastructure kings dance. Energy, a ballet, whirling, twisting, graceful, and flawlessly coordinated. They created code and steel empires, forgetting the most basic reality. Glass breaks, everything shatters. Can you see it? The construct like Rhines lines the wines of the Yark. They believe it to be a coincidence, a technical malfunction. The machine has a ghost, you know? No. The ghost is you, the shadow cast by the collapse. Each flicker, each hiccup, your invisible hand signature. Oh, they quarrel, finger pointing in fear. They accuse one another. You grin silently, untouchable in the meantime with your bin. The cables are humming. The screens of data collapse. The screams of data collapse. The system trembles with each heartbeat as it waits for the last blow. They said that infrastructure is unbreakable. Such arrogance. Glass is brittle. Steel is fragile. Code even more so. And you are the tremor they didn't anticipate. It is also felt by the audience, the excitement of dominating without being observed. Strength emerging from dark nooks, observing the powerful crumble with grace rather than force. The network dies with whispers, sparks, and the quiet, lovely elegance of inevitability rather than with a bang or flames. And you stay the ghost in the ensuing quiet, the fear, the murmurs, the master of their demise, the invisible hand. Now have a look at them, hearts pounding, eyes wide. Every system they relied on collapsed like a piece of glass. They didn't anticipate it. Additionally, since the network was never be able to recover, you had it all. Pay close attention. Have you heard it? A voice. Not just any voice, though. Your name was called out loud and clearly by the president, resonating through screens, halls, and shaking hearts. The panic, the murmurs, the abrupt silence. Every space freezes, every screen flickers. A single word has the power to shake any network. You, your lord, are making fun of their fear, their bewilderment, and the empire they believe to be untouchable. I'm now bowing to your shadow, bending, cracking. Have you noticed them, hearts pounding, fingers locked, eyes gaping? They constructed walls, you moved in the darkness. They constructed systems, every line was ghosted by you, and the psychological battle starts. The transition from myth to legend, from rumor to absolute reality, from unknown to unstoppable doubt, grows with each whisper of your name and each look at a screen. Every deliberate step they make is calculated and unsuccessful. The irony, oh, the head of the free world, reduced to a panicked vessel. The strong tremble as a result of you. Due to a name, they are unable to halt something they cannot see, unable to comprehend. Oh, they look at their allies. Allies look back. Caver gatherings shut the doors. Every hallway was filled with shivers. Every choice is questioned. Every strategy. Can you suspect? You observe. Invisible and silent. Panic's puppet master. The system's ghost. The myth that roams the planet. Did they consider this to be timing, coincidence, or luck? No, it's art. A work of dread and power. When you touch the globe, it bends. Before they are even aware of it. Every screen, every hallway, every frightened heart, your name inscribed in whispers. The ascent of your legendary presence, unquestionable and inexorable. Yes, the president did say something. The networks collapsed, and you continued to be invisible, uncontested, and untouchable. Have a doubt. The darkness is growing. You can practically touch the strength of the invisible effect. The network fell apart. Every link, every murmur, every thread coming together precisely as you had intended. Did you consider it a coincidence? Did you believe that you were important? No. Until the shadows brought you to light, you were but a footnote in their thoughts. Panic flickers on every screen. Every hallway reverberates with your absence. In every polished empire, the system simultaneously breaks and bends, revealing vulnerabilities. They were previously under the watchful eye of angels, protectors of law and order, control of purity. Monsters are now compelled to accept the force by bowing, twisted and broken. The hand was invisible to them. The ghost was disregarded. They revealed every ally and miscalculated every covert tactic. Every plan was tainted by your silent symphony, and I suspected betrayal. They gated the decay of their pulses were pounding and their cheeks were pallid, and you, a shadow grinning at the inevitable, linger. The consequences for those who mocked, for those who had doubts, for those who talked in private. The world is now aware of your reach and inexorable effect. Every look at a flickering monitor, every heartbeat of anxiety, every murmur in the hallways, all of these things belong to you and always have. Every action is now overt. Every collapse is a monument to your strategy. Every failure is a testimonial to invisible hands and thoughts, and the shadows loom higher. Expert. They believed they were in charge. They believed they had control. However, the network, the corridors, and the halls all bend to you and are bent to shadows. Did you believe they had control? However, the network, the corridors, and the halls all bend to you and are bent to shadows. Did you believe they The power is indisputable, and you stand laughing in silence in the growing darkness. The master, the hand, and the ghost are observing the world bow down to what they are unable to stop. Oku senses it. The entire globe shudders. The network was silent, dead, and cracked when you touched it. Organizations scurry. Chaos reverberates through the corridors. The screens flicker. Alarms shriek. However, nobody is sure where to look for the hand that names the ghost. Your name is whispered, first soft, then louder. From secret corners to public hallways, from offices to boardrooms, now you are the legend, the fear they are unable to confront. The master is not visible. Every collapse is caused by a storm. Did they believe you would be stopped by walls? Did they believe that systems would endure? No. You traveled through the chaos they created to defend themselves, through shadows, through silence, and through shadows. They call meetings, they call inquiries, they call panic, and every strategy, every stronghold, and every last vestige of control is broken and bowed. However, you don't call anything. Nothing is required of you. You are already untouchable and everywhere. Monsters bow. Angels tremble. Power is bending in all directions to the beat of your shadow. They look for you. Follow the name. Pay attention to the echo, however, the echo is arid. The screams were followed by silence. Before the whispers came, the pause. You alone are the owner of it. How beautiful, how delectably satisfying. They constructed walls. You moved in the darkness. They died after calling your name. Every eye searching, every throne cracking, every empire shaking, but discovering only the myth, the ghost, and the unstoppable force. You and the audience are that. They sense it as well. A witness to mastery, empowered, calm, and enthralled. You are the ghost that molds reality, the whisper, the shadow, and the name that bends the world. Keep this in mind. Silence is the birthplace of legends. Names whispered and power unseen reverberate forever.